Hello everyone. In the previous video, we have discussed about how the curriculum is to be designed. Today, we'll be discussing about what is the vision. How do we define the vision statements, mission statements, program educational objectives, the program outcomes, the course objectives, course outcomes. How do we define each one of them? The vision statement should be a more of a generic statement. What is that you want to achieve? Remember, vision is always for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. These are long term goals that we're going to set. So, your vision statement should be a very generic statement which will touch upon the student's growth. Whereas, mission is going to be how we are going to achieve your vision. Process is what we are talking about. What are the important areas which you want to touch upon to achieve your vision? That becomes part of your mission. Kindly keep your vision, mission, program educational objectives crisp and easy to understand. There is no need for having lengthy vision statements, lengthy mission statements. No, they just need to be crisp, easy to remember, easy to understand. So, first thing is vision, which is going to be a long-term goal that we want to talk about. Mission, how we are going to achieve the long-term goals. Then we talk about the program educational objectives. The program educational objective is for the specific program. What is that we want to deliver to the students in this particular program has to be defined in 4 to 5 statements. Vision statement is only one. Mission statements can be between 3 and 5. Similarly, a program educational objectives can be 3 to 5 statements. Remember, your vision statement and mission statements should be in sync. Similarly, you should be able to synchronize the mission statements with the program educational objectives. Once that is being done, the next part is going to be with respect to the program educational objectives being correlated to program outcomes. Now, program outcomes in terms of engineering have been defined as 12 different statements by Washington Accord, which is globally acceptable. So, we need to focus on the synchronization between the program educational objectives and the program outcomes that are being defined. Now, once this synchronization is done, the next step is going to be the program outcomes to course objectives relation. Program outcomes to course objectives relation. Now, when we talk about this relation, again, I repeat, course objectives are going to be 4 or 5 statements or 6 statements which are going to be talking about how you are going to deliver the course or what is that you are expecting yourself to deliver to the students. Now, once you are done with this, the next step would be to define the course outcome statement saying what is that you're going to expect out of the students. What is that they'll be able to perform? Please remember this. I'm using the word perform. There's the executables that are important and not the memorization skills. Engineering is not about memorization. Unfortunately, most of our evaluation methodologies that we talks about only memory skills. We have taught a particular circuit in the class. We come back, we ask a similar kind of a circuit. Maybe the numbers could be varying. And then the same procedure is followed. The student comes up with the evaluation, completes the answer and gives it. We give the marks. So, this is going to be more of memorization skills. Our memory skills are developed in the school days. Memory skills are not to be focused on when we talk about higher education. Unfortunately, in the Indian circumstances, we are entering into a situation, or we have already been into a situation of focusing on memory skills rather than the performing skills. May what amount of reading that I do, may what amount of explanation that I give about how to dance, it does not really matter unless and until I'm able to really dance to a particular tune. So it is about performing, and it is not about the knowledge. It is not about the knowledge of how to dance. It is about how I perform the dance. Similarly, any higher education course should focus on what is the performance of the students, how do they perform it, and not how well they are able to reproduce the content that was being delivered in the class. This is something which has to be focused on. Our evaluation methodologies have to focus on the performance parameters and not based on the theoretical explanations that a student is able to give. For example, let us take civil engineering. We teach civil engineering students about constructions, say structural design. How many of our students have really built a structure, gone into a machine, a hydraulic machine maybe, and tested the block that they have built for the stress test or any other test for that matter? I'll just give you one simple example in terms of civil engineering. We teach students about the cement, the quality of sand, the quality of water that has to be used. Very simple terms. We say if the salt content is more, then the structure is not going to be strong. Having said this, have we made the students to build a structure with their own hands with different salt levels in the water, different quality of sand, make these smaller groups of students to work on different compositions and show them the stress test on the material or the block that they have built? What is the strength of that particular material? We have not done that. I don't think in any of the engineering institutions or any of the engineering graduates from civil engineering would have built a structure, taken it, put it under the stress test, seen what is the amount of stress that particular block they have designed is able to handle. In theoretical explanation, we will specify if the salt water quality is this, if the sand quality is this, then this is going to be the strength. But have we tested it on hand and demonstrated it to the students physically? The students never experience it. When the student does not experience it, he or she is not able to perform. It is not the fault of the student for not being able to perform. It is the education system that has to change to make them perform things. That is when the knowledge increases. I'll give you a small example. There is a potter who just goes and touches the mud with his hand and tells you whether it is suitable or not for pottery and how he has to use it. What is the kind of structure of the fluffiness in the mud, the stickiness in the mud that is existent? Will it be suitable or not? What is the quality of the product that he's going to come up with? He will be able to define it clearly. But after completing our graduation, either it be engineering or non-engineering courses, any program that we complete, we are not confident enough of doing the tasks with our own hand. Why just civil engineers? How many of us as electrical engineers are really confident of going back home, opening up the switches in the wall and repair one of the switches? Or how many of us as electronics engineers are confident of opening up a small device and seeing where could be the possible fault even if we are given with the data sheets? How many of us can really handle situations at ground after having got our higher education certificates? If we are not able to do this, that means somewhere the education system has to evolve to get the things right in the right place. That is where we need to come together, work on it, try to evolve a better education system for the next generations coming so that we prepare a more skilled force rather than a force which is just dependent on its memory skills. Thank you. Please do comment, like, share, and subscribe. For more related videos, log on to www.dhirendra digital solutions.in. The link is available below.